Voting began at 7 a.m. this morning, and poll workers say it's been a steady stream of voters all day. The crews at Berry Acres work all year round just for the fall season, bringing families, fun, and fall together for more than 11 years, becoming something of an autumn staple here in the Magic City community. As of Monday, the Canadian border is open for non-essential travel, just like the one right behind me, the Portal Port of Entry. However, entering the country may not be as easy as it once was. This post office in Minot handles more than 10,000 packages a day. Welcome back to North Dakota Today. I'm Grace Kraemer here at the KMOT Ag Expo. When you think of agriculture, you may think of tractors. This year's show features more than 20 large pieces of farming equipment like this. One of the weapons the Minot Police Department uses is a 6-hour 9mm. I'm here at the Fuel the Fight event where they raise money for cancer patients who have to travel long distances here in the state. Last year, the event raised more than $68,000, and this year they hope to raise $100,000. Meanwhile, a man charged in a May 2020 stabbing death at the Economy Hotel in Minot is having his trial date moved yet again. Love is in the air as Valentine's Day is less than a week away. But you may have a tougher time this year finding a bouquet of flowers for that special someone. We're joined this evening with North Dakota natives and big-time country artist Tiger Lily. Hi. Coming out of a drought year, many of the farmers I spoke with said the amount of moisture we have received this winter is very promising.
Yeah, Jason's on again.
Thousands of head of cattle have passed through this sale barn just this year alone.
Normally in the summers, we have every other week, we sell 200 to 300 head of cows. This year, we had every week all the way through May, June, and July. And we sold anywhere from 2,500 to 4,000.
As quick as the auctioneer rambles off numbers, hundreds more wait next in line.
We've had to sell a higher percentage of our cows than normal just because of the drought, and we marketed them through Rugby Livestock, and they've done a nice job for us here, and I have to give them credit for the job they've done for the local area ranchers, trying to help them out.
And with a record high number of cattle making their way through.
It put a lot of stress on everybody as a rancher, but also put stress on us, trying to get enough help for all the workers to kind of being able to get through these tough times.
It's a struggle, but some ranchers say they faced challenges like this before.
I actually grew up on a dairy farm, so I saw it firsthand, having to sell off all of our cattle and even our land just to get by. So it's tough to see, but it's part of the cycle of life. I hate to say it, but it is.
With the amount of moisture the state has seen in the last week, sales have slowed down. Now ranchers anxiously wait to see what this winter will bring. The week of Valentine's Day is the single busiest one for the floral industry, and shops in Minot are feeling the demand.
The weeks leading up to Valentine's is a lot of work for every florist, every person that works in the store, my drivers, the front ends, you name it. Takes a lot of preparation to get ready for it.
Between now and the holiday, thousands of orders will be made, delivered, or picked up. While this time of year is always busy, Nikki Bros, owner of Flower Central in Minot, says they're having a harder time getting their supplies delivered on time and at a reasonable price.
We actually hired a private company to go down to our wholesalers and get the flowers and bring back to us. So the shipping cost is a little bit more, but I'm guaranteed to get the flowers and they'll be in good shape.
And flowers aren't the only thing.
Vases were a really big issue for a while. They're back, but expense-wise, of course, like everything else, everything is increased.
To offset delays and increased shipping, stores have had to raise their prices.
We can't just keep doing it and losing. We have to pay the bills. So unfortunately, we've had to higher the costs of things a little bit. And people understand because they're in their businesses, they're probably dealing with it also. It's kind of a worldwide deal. It's not just florists, it's everyone.
Both Flower Box and Flower Central say they are ready for the wild week ahead of them and hope people place their orders as soon as possible and be flexible with availability. Across the country, students' education has been impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic as schools faced shutdowns, switching over to online learning, to hybrid models, and juggling how to reopen safely, making this year's return to in-person learning so crucial for students in the Minot area.
If we can't have our kids here and be an active part of the educational process, it's really hard to teach them. So attendance is going to be a major focus. We need our kids here. Our teachers are great. They should have those kids in front of them each and every day.
Even though schools were able to transition to online and hybrid learning, skills that can only be picked up in the classroom were lost.
Just to be able to be together in a classroom, to be able to collaborate and cooperate and to do these things, that's education today, to be able to work on those skills, and face-to-face makes those things possible.
This year, Bishop Ryan, our Redeemers, and Minot Public Schools are all in person and are not mandating masks or COVID-19 vaccines, which may help relieve additional anxiety for some students.
You can see that there's a weight that's been lifted off of their shoulders. They recognize what this is more than they did last year. And I think that's going to take away some of that anxiety that we saw last year.
Ready to get back to the basics without distractions.
We're really looking to just ratchet up year after year our academic rigor in the sense of fully implementing our educational plan and growing our kids' capacity to perform well on their tests. And
answer has to get from here right back here.
And focus on education and compete statewide in testing.
Well, last year our numbers there were solid, even considering the year that we had. However, I really believe that face-to-face all year without the distractions, we'll see a nice jump there as well.
Working to make up for lost time in the classroom. This sound likely saved the lives of Maddie Marlette and her family.
First thing that went through my mind when it happened was get my daughter out.
Maddie says her 7-year-old daughter Mika woke her up Sunday morning saying that alarms were going off.
She came in to my bedroom freaking out, saying that our smoke alarms were talking. So I got up, came out to the area here, and I heard carbon monoxide detected.
Mika says the beeping from a detector right outside her bedroom woke her up.
When I heard the carbon monoxide detectors go off, I was actually dreaming during that time, and I actually woke up really scared.
With Maddie's quick thinking, she got her family outside to a safe place and called for help.
Within 10 minutes, the Minot Fire Department was here. They were coming in. They found elevated levels of carbon monoxide. It was higher in our basement than it was up here.
The cause? A pile of snow blocking their furnace exhaust pipe on the side of their home.
See where it kind of came up and over the air conditioner, and it was just all the way across.
Minot Fire has a hazmat crew dedicated to responding to these types of calls and say they don't just happen in the winter.
Your hot water heater in the summertime, if you're washing clothes, can produce carbon monoxide inside the home, and we've had calls for that as well.
The crew is equipped with an oxygen mask and gas reader to help identify the levels inside a home. The department aired out the home and cleared their exhaust pipe, and the Marlettes were able to go back inside.
It was really exciting when we got to be able to go back inside the house.
After the close call, Maddie says she wants others to know just how important detectors are.
I am a firm believer that the carbon monoxide detectors in every house are a necessity because they truly will save your life.
Hoping that their story will save others.